reptilian layer. It is the oldest of the three layers and it controls vital functions like heart rate, breathing, body temperature, and balance. The limbic layer. It emerged in the first mammals and it controls memory, embedding, and emotions. The neocortex. It is also known as gray matter and it plays a dominant role in making humans human. It controls human language, abstract thought, and consciousness. It is flexible and has almost infinite learning abilities. The parts of the layers. The reptilian layer has four parts. The brainstem, which regulates the central nervous system and is pivotal in maintaining consciousness and regulating the sleep cycle. The pons, they relay messages from the cortex, and the cerebellum also plays a key role in sleep and dreaming. The medulla deals with the autonomic functions of breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. The cerebellum, which is responsible for balance and coordination of the muscles and the body. The limbic layer has four parts. The amygdala, which is responsible for the responses and memory of emotions, especially fear. The thalamus is connections with structures of the androgen and nervous systems, enable the hypothalamus to play a vital role in maintaining homeostasis and also influences various emotional responses. The hypothalamus, which is responsible for relaying information from the sensory receptors to proper areas of the brain where it can be processed with the hippocampus, which is responsible for processing of long-term memory and emotional responses. The neocortex layer has six parts. The corpus callosum, which connects the right and the left hemisphere of the brain. The cerebellum cortex, which is responsible for thinking and processing information from the five senses, and the occipital lobe, which is responsible for processing visual information from the eyes. The frontal lobe carries out higher mental processes such as thinking, decision-making, and planning. The parietal lobe, which processes sensory information that had to do with taste, temperature, and touch. And then finally the temporal lobe, which is responsible for processing auditory information from the ears.